What's up, you? It's Guru. Welcome to the Blood Room, True Blood, Season 7, Episode 10, Series Finale, Season Finale. Let's go. Alright. Where to begin? I've been watching series for the whole 7 years and everything. I was a big fan of it, but the writing has got kind of bad, so I've lost a little interest in it. But I did still want to follow the series because, like I said, I was a big time fan of the show, and I still like the show. This final episode, man, it was lackluster, man. For the most part, and this is actually the second time me doing this podcast, whatever you want to call it. The first one I went in, like right after I watched the episode, I just went off, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to, show that I've been watching, I was a fan of. I didn't think I did it justice with that particular, podcast. So I had to change it up, man, be a little bit more, I guess I want to say positive. But I'm not selling out. I'm still going to tell you what I thought about it. I knew after episode 9 was a gem. Like I said before in my last video about episode 9, as far as it's a pure character-driven episode and pure character development. That was the best episode of True Blood. I know there's been other episodes, I'm saying, going by under that pretense of this character development and character driven episode. That was the best one under that criteria. The best one ever, in my opinion. Hands down. It was great. I give that episode a 10 out of 10. But I was talking to a couple of guys and ladies on Twitter, and a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people did like it. Like I said, I loved it. I thought it was great. Episode 9, that is. But a lot of people saying, well, the plot didn't progress any, which was true. But you got to realize about that episode was just a character-driven episode. It was a character development episode, and it did what it was supposed to do, and it did it great. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a gem. But I knew the drawback was going to be, since I agree with them, the drawback was going to be that episode 10, you're just going to have to stuff everything into, what? I think it went a little over. It really was like, 70 minutes? So really, it's probably with real time, probably a true, actually 60 minutes of True Blood, really. If you cut down all the, the filler and stuff and the intro and everything. So it's probably about a full 60 minutes of True Blood. And the stuff, all that material, everything that needed to be accomplished in that amount of time, I knew that episode 10 was going to be bad. I just knew it. It was just too much that needed to be resolved in a little bit of time. But like I said, I can see the sacrifice to make a great episode 9. That was a great episode. And something had to get sacrificed. So episode 10 got sacrificed for it, man. And this is my complaint. If you was going to do something like that, they should have made the season 12 episodes. I don't know what they were thinking. If you was going to try to do all that, then they would have had space and time to end the series correctly, instead of stuffing everything into one episode. And they did it horribly. It was horrible, man. It was entertaining because it was True Blood, and if you're a fan of the show, of course it's going to be entertaining, but you got to realize, the critiquing the show, or the episode, it wasn't good. It was not good. It was entertaining because you invested so much time in the show, and you want to see how these characters play out at the very end. The only thing I say they did do right in this episode, and I think the only thing that kind of salvaged it, that made it actual watchable, was the fact the interaction between Bill and Sookie right before he met the true death. that was good writing. It was emotional. That was the first time I actually felt bad for Sookie. You know, if you watch my videos, y'all know I hate Sookie, man. I still think she's a horrible protagonist, and she is probably the most undeveloped character on the show. Well, she is the most undeveloped character on the show. It's kind of hard for me to say that now because she has such an epic. The dialogue between her and Bill was good. Wasn't great, but it was good. But the thing that didn't make it great was that they kept saying the same thing over and over again. You know, they messed up on that. They made too much interaction between Bill and Sookie. Like, he went to go see her at the house. They had to talk about the death. He met her again in the graveyard. They talked a long time about his death. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, they didn't have to need so many conversations about his death. It kept over and over again. I know it's going to be a major part. His death is a major part of the show because he's a major character. But where was that with Tara? And then that was the thing, too, that was like a slap in the face. It's like, he had the flashback with Tara, and she started feeling sad, and, what's it called? Damn, what's the name of it? Like a better word. I don't know. She started having memories of Tara. And I was like, okay, she died in the first episode. Now you're really thinking about her, and she's on your conscience now. Now you're reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? It felt fake. It was fake and forced. It was like, because when she died, she barely showed any emotion. But then now you're reminiscing about her because it's the last episode. Let's get all this out of the way, you know, and I didn't like that. And, you know, she pretty much didn't think nothing of Alcide. He was pretty much, you know, so and then it was just bad, man. I mean, the death part, that part, I felt that, man. That's the death in the graveyard when she met up with Bill and everything. That was, oh, man. You know, I hate to see Bill go. Oh, another thing I hated what Sookie did was like, she tells this man, meet me in the graveyard, I'm going, you know, pretty much I'm going to kill you. When she get there, she got the little fairy light, she powers up her Kamehameha wave, and I'm not going to kill you with this. I'm losing who I am, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why even go through all that? It's pretty much like, to me, it seemed like she was making him suffer. It's like, she should have just went ahead and said, look, I don't want to give up my fairy powers to kill you, I love you, and I don't want to lose you and part of myself too. Why power yourself up, act like you're going to kill him with it, then all of a sudden stop? You know what I'm saying? That was just bad. I mean, every time Sookie does something kind of good, she takes steps backwards, and that was just, like I said, to me, that was just dumb. Once you think she was doing some character development or get some growth as a character, it like disappears instantly because she goes back to who she was. So like I said, Sookie's, I love Anna Paquin. She's dope. I love her as a, you know, actress and everything else. She's a good person. I like her. She's cool. I like her in X-Men too, even though Rogue was a bad character in X-Men, but that's not here or there. But the way they wrote Sookie Stackhouse in this show was horribly executed. It ain't on her part either. She can only act out what the script says, you know, so it was just bad. They screwed up Sookie Stackhouse for the whole series. Getting the end, she's been a horrible protagonist. Horrible. No character development. Just linear. But let's get on with that. Bill's death was epic. It was emotional. I felt it. Bill, out of all the vampires, Bill is my favorite vampire. Bill is probably my favorite. Bill's my favorite character on the show. I realized that after I saw his demise. When he died, I said, you know, I couldn't watch True Blood without Bill. Honestly, Bill is the best character on the show, hands down, in my opinion. Bill had a lot of character development. He has the history, his complexity of his character and stuff. The way he came, he showed something different. Like just about every season, he was like a different person, and it all ended up him being this completed character at the end. So Bill was a complete character at the end of the series. I like that, man. So when he died, it was like, okay, his life ran its course. His character ran its course through the series. So, you know, but it was bad to see him die. And like I said, the way it happened, man, they portrayed that excellent. I give them that. That was good. And like I said, that's the only thing that salvaged this episode. The thing that I hated, oh man, the last 10 minutes of this show was complete garbage. I don't care if anybody get mad if they want to. It was complete clutter garbage. Everything was rushed. How in the world you do 2 damn time skips in less than 5 minutes? 5 minutes, you skip 5. You do 2 time skips. I think it was over 5 years. in like 5 minutes, and then everybody's all happy-go-lucky, and you know, it almost took away from Bill's death. It's like Bill just died. Okay, now we're in the future. Screw Bill. We're in the future now. Let's show everything. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I hated. They should have made 12 episodes. So they had the time, you know what I'm saying? Bill's death could have been in one episode, like maybe episode 11. Then they can make episode 12 to show how everybody left progressed after Bill's death. That would have been proper. But when he skipped along, it's like, Bill's dead, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That was just bad. I wasn't feeling that at all, man. That was horrible. And then everybody got all these kids and all this stuff. And the thing I hate is Sookie's pregnant now. Why is her husband such a secret? They didn't want to show his face, kept showing him from the back and everything. It's like, it's the last season, last episode of the series. Why put a secret? Why is so mystery behind who her husband is? We can't even show his face. We're gonna show him from the back, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can't even really tell she was happy because you didn't even see the hug. It was the interaction between them. I think they did like a little hug, and it's like, okay, I'm happy now. Bill's gone. My life's moved on. We're all happy in bon ton. You know what I mean? I mean, we're all eating together at night, so all the vampires can come out to eat with us at the table. You know what I'm saying? Lafayette's still with his boyfriend. And all these people that screwed each other sitting at the table. I done screwed your wife, you done screwed my wife, I done screwed your boyfriend, I done screwed your girlfriend. And we all living happily ever after at the table, you know? And it was just like bull, man. And oh man, it was just bad, man. It was just bad. That was horrible. And then the way they did the Yakuza, just rushed and killed them off real quick, stupidly. So what was the threat of them? This whole season they were like big badasses, but y'all wipe them out like they ain't shit. So if y'all could have been doing that, why didn't y'all been do it? You know what I'm saying? It was just bad. That was just horrible writing. Sarah Newland, conversations on the Ferris wheel, or whatever you want to call it, the little whatever the horses thing, whatever you call those things. Oh man, that with her and Pam bites her. That dialogue didn't even need to be shown. They could cut that out. Like I said, they screwed over the Yakuza. This whole season they screwed over the Yakuza. The way they killed them off was horrible. And where's the repercussions of them doing that? You know what I'm saying? The Yakuza had a giant corporation behind them. You think they're gonna notice? Okay, all our men are dead, and we're gonna investigate who killed them and stole the rights to New Blood. We're just gonna let Eric and them take over. Get the fuck out of here, man. That was garbage. Unless they just went ahead and said, well, we're gonna let Eric and them be the head. You know, Eric and them are not the head of New Blood. They're just the spokesman still, and they just let them get away with killing the Yakuza. I think that's the only way, but that's all inferring. We don't really know that. And that was corny too. What he did to Eric's got so corny. It's like he became comical. Even when he was screwing, what's the girl name? Damn. Can't think of the name. His little, the bar chick that wanted to screw him all the time. I can think of her name right now. When he screwed her, that was cool. It was funny. I ain't gonna lie, that was entertaining. But you think back now, Eric was a badass, man. Eric was such a badass. And see what he reduced to, man. He made that corny infomercial. I know they were making it corny for a reason, but they made it extra corny. And Pam even look as corny as he did. Pam seemed more badass than Eric did, man. And to see him, I don't know, man. It's like they neutered Eric, man. He just was a shell of himself, you know. Bill was a bigger badass than Eric was, you know. At the end, if they were gonna do his character like that, I wish it would left him stay dead because they didn't do him no justice. Lafayette, nothing. It was good to see Sam with his family, you know. I mean, it was good to see all of them at the end of the table because it's like, okay, it's finally over. Everybody's here. You know, it is what it is. But I'm going to miss it. Farewell, True Blood. It was a good ride. But last episode, if scale of 1 to 10, I get a last episode a 6. Barely. It was bad. It was real bad, but it's over now. And what else we can do, man? It is what it was. But I got to go. This video been too long. Tell me your thoughts, what you thought of the episode. See y'all in the comment section. This the Guru. Holla at y'all later. Peace. True Blood.